How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. If you haven't seen my last episode or my last video, it was the room tour. And I kind of just gave you like a brush through room tour. It wasn't an in-depth one. But if you haven't checked that out, please check it out before you watch this video. So my thoughts on Leviticus. Overall general thought, it was like what you want to do to become holy, you know? That was the main focus. What's holy, what's unholy, and how do you like find yourself in a position where you can be better, right? So I highlighted so much. I mean, during Leviticus, I think that's when I got my highlighter. It was during Exodus where I got my highlighter, and I did not highlight nowhere near than what I've highlighted in Leviticus alone. From Exodus, Genesis, because I did went back, and then that's it, I guess. And so my next one's going to be Numbers, so I'm very happy about it. But I did jot some stuff down that I want to go through. Speed run because I don't got a lot of time. There's some Leviticus stuff behind me here already posted. If I can, I'll get to those. Alright, Leviticus 19:31. Do not defile yourself by turning to mediums or to those who consult the spirits of the dead. This one spoke to me a lot because for those who don't know, a part of my testimony, I would not communicate, but spirits will communicate with me. And it was like a crazy occurrence because it was every day. And it was getting to a point where it was just so casual and so normal for me to see something abnormal. Yeah, so that might be creepy for some people, but I put the only attention you need is God's, and God alone is enough. 24:30 through 32. I am the Lord who makes you holy. It was I who rescued you. So this is very important. I wrote down, do not forget why you are here. Do not forget who you belong to, and do not forget who your God is. And I feel like that's just so powerful. Throughout Leviticus, you could see, and especially Exodus and Leviticus, you could see that he continuously reminds you. It's almost as if he's just like, I really wanted to drill this idea in, consistently reminding you, I'm the one that saved you. Next one is 23:8. On the seventh day, the people must stop all their ordinary work. This is very important for the Sabbath, the Sunday. I mean, it's coming up for me, I think it's tomorrow. And so basically it's just taking time off. Give yourself a break. Give yourself the ability to be like, okay, well, I'm not going to be as hardcore anymore when it comes to work or stuff like that. I wrote down, take a day to rest before the Lord. Do not tire yourself out. It's very important that you don't burn yourself out. And it's nice, you know, it's a nice thing to go through. I'm pretty tired right now. Okay, Leviticus 23 through something, I can't tell. Oh, when you harvest the crops of your land, do not harvest the grain along the edges of your fields, and do not pick up or where the harvesters drop. Leave it for the poor and the foreigners living among you. I am your Lord, your God. So this is very nice. It's very peaceful. This one says, what I wrote down is, help those who are less fortunate because you are a son or a child of God. So act like it. And I'm writing that down. That's my words. Yeah, you can't say that you're a Christian and then just do evil things, you know. It's very important that you don't play a double life, you know. Leviticus 25:17. I wrote so many highlights. Show your fear of God by not taking advantage of each other. I am the Lord your God. Right here I put, forgive those who take advantage of your love that God gave you. Don't stoop to others if they do. Act like your God is always besides you. This is very important. I know sometimes you want to yell at them, and you want to yell at people that cut you off on the highway, or you want to, I don't know, that anger brews into you, and you just feel like you want to vent. I mean, sometimes people are just very disrespectful, and it's like overwhelmingly like negative, and you just kind of want to like say something, or you want to do something, and you just got to remember, like, God's watching you. I know it's like a very like oversaid thing, but it's true. Like, God's watching you, and you can't be sitting here and saying, it's kind of tying to the other one. You can't be sitting here and saying, oh, I'm a child of God, but then punching and yelling and screaming, like, that's not Christ-like, you know, like you. Okay, Leviticus 25 through 26. When you plant your fields in the 8th year, you will still be eating from the large crop of the 6th year. In fact, you will still be eating from that large crop when the new crop is harvested in the 9th year. I really love that. That just goes to show, this one specifically, it's kind of taken out of context, so please read on it. But it's kind of saying God's way is the best way, you know? And you could take it as literal or not, but God's way is the best way, and you just gotta understand, like, it might sound a little bit weird if God says wait, and you're like, man, I don't want to wait, like, I feel like I'm wasting my time here. You just gotta understand, like, okay, it's His timing and His way, and you're gonna be set for life. It's literally saying, if you plant your fields on the 8th year, you will still be eating from your 6th. Matter of fact, you're gonna still be eating from that same large crop that you harvested on the 6th year when you harvest your 9th. Like, it's so awesome. So I put, yeah, God's way is always better. So, same thing. Leviticus 26:6. I will rid the land of wild animals and keep your enemies out of your land. In fact, you would chase down your enemies and slaughter them with your swords. This is very, very, very interesting because it's very different from what we mostly know about the whole, if someone scratches your cheek, turn the other way, you know? What this means is, like, God's giving you the permission to protect yourself, and it is the biggest takeaway, you know? And it's also saying, like, God will protect you. Like, right now you may say, like, man, my life is pretty bad right now, but if you think about it, God's prevented people from breaking into your house. He prevented people from stealing from you, like, in many ways that you don't realize, you know? So I wrote down, God will protect you and your home. God will also give you strength to kill those who trump over you. So that's very interesting. Leviticus 26-11. I will live among you, and I will not despise you. I will walk among you. I will be your God. This is huge. This is in Leviticus. And if you really think about it, it's talking about Jesus. It's talking about Jesus in Leviticus. So he says, within our hearts He is there. He will not hate us. He will be born to the earth. Which is saying, I'm quoting specifically Jesus Christ, which is awesome. Leviticus 26:14-18. However, if you do not listen to me or obey all these commands, I will punish you. I will turn against you. You will run even when no one is chasing you. I will punish you 7 times over for your sins. This one was very clear to me. I just wrote down, fear God, for He is your God. And that's it. That's a wrap for Leviticus. I mean, there's some stuff behind me that I could also... Look at this guy. I don't know if the camera sees this. You see how he, like, pretends like it's me that lives among him, and it's not him that lives among me? There's some stuff behind me that are also very personal. I thank God so much specifically for teaching me how to be holy. I mean, in Leviticus, it really, really goes in depth on what's happening in the conversation between God and Moses. In Exodus, you could really find out, like, there's this motion where Moses is on the very top of the mountain speaking to God, and when he comes back down, all the people that are followers and that were saved from Egypt are now believing and worshiping something else. And I didn't know, but the length of time between the two, he was speaking all of Leviticus to Moses. God was speaking to him throughout the entire book. He was just saying everything that Moses needed to know. And so that just continuous conversation was the reason why all the followers were just like, oh, he's taking too long. Moses is taking too long, so let's start worshiping something else. So it's very interesting. But I am excited, and I have no clue what Numbers is going to be about. I hope it's not Numbers, because if it's maybe just like factual things, then okay, fine. But my next book is Numbers, and I'm excited for that. I'm in the journey. If you guys want to join me in the journey of reading the entire book of the Bible, it's kind of crazy to say that, but please check out the playlist. There's a playlist called My Reviews of the Bible, and I'm going book by book, specifically mentioning what I gravitated to personally, and I can't wait for more stories like Exodus was speaking about and Genesis was speaking about. So, really awesome. I love it. Anyway, God bless you all. I hope you are all having an amazing time, and I can't wait to make more videos. See y'all later. Bye, guys.